Hello, kindergartners. Welcome to Asia, our next continent in our My World and I study. Here's the cover of our new book. Some different pieces. Structures. That's something that Mr. Gallagher in room 103 liked to talk about. These are some important structures. I'll talk about that in a moment. And then words at the top. Right now, try whisper reading these words. Okay, then let's read them together. I can travel the world. Or I can travel the world. Okay, right now we're going to do our first piece of work on the cover. Underline kindergarten words right now. Let's do that work. I can travel the world. And then one more piece of work in this sentence. At the end of the sentence, adding purple punctuation right now. I can travel the world by Kevin G. Gallagher. And now looking at this part of the page. Right here, these are some important buildings in the continent of Asia. There is no skyline in Asia that looks like that, in no city. These are buildings from different continents. For example, this is a building in the city of Dubai. Here's the Taj Mahal in India. And then here's a Chinese pagoda. Some significant and important buildings that are all together in this picture, but there is no skyline where they are all together. They're from different countries. And then right now, looking at these two pages, these are the pages that I will be working with you on today. Looking at flags and looking at an important structure in the country of China on the continent of Asia. And then here's some other parts that are coming up. Here is the physical and political math pages. That will be work that Mr. Jones does with you. Here's an animal page that Ms. Confer will teach. And here's an art page that Ms. Sorensen will teach. Right now, please come to the pages that we will be working on today. That's these pages right here. This word at the top of the page. That says Asia. That's the name of the continent that we're learning about right now. Right now, take a moment to just appreciate these pictures, these flags, all of these flags from different countries in the continent of Asia. Take a moment to look at those. Seeing what you notice. We're going to look at some similarities in a moment. But first, let's do the work on the sentences. Tool that you need right now for this part is your pencil. I will be using a marker so you can see more clearly, but the tool you need is a pencil. Look at this first sentence. Flags of Asia. 2 kindergarten words missing here. Flags of Asia. Okay, yeah, the words that are missing. I can see, right. I can see flags of Asia. So write those words right now. Kindergarten word, can. and kindergarten word see. I can see flags of Asia. Oh, yeah, and then we need to add punctuation to the sentence. It's missing. A punctuation mark there. Period. Because that's a complete sentence. That's a full thought. I can see flags of Asia. This next sentence is a question sentence. Question mark at the end. And there are 4 kindergarten words missing. Shapes? See if you can think of the kindergarten words that need to go there to complete this question sentence. Shapes? Okay, right. The words you need. Can, careful, capital C, because this starts a new sentence. Can you see the shapes? Writing those words now. Can you see? Can you see the shapes? And then right now, purple punctuation there. Question sentence has a question mark at the end. And now let's read this page all together. Read it with me. I can see flags of Asia. Good. I can hear you reading. Can you see the shapes? Wonderful. And now right now, please underline kindergarten words in this sentence. I can see flags of Asia. Can you see the shapes? And then right now, we looked at the flags before. This time, look carefully to see if you can notice similarities. That means things that are the same in the flags. Oh, important structure in that one. And that one has printing on it. That's unique. You don't always see that on flags. That's kind of rare. Oh, and that one does too. The words on these 2 flags are printed in the language of Arabic. So the letter printing is different. Different language. Right now, please get a pink marker ready. The first thing that we are going to look for right now are stars. Many of these flags have stars. And then we'll put a pink dot on the right side of each flag with stars. Right, this flag here, that has stars. And looking carefully. Oh, there's a star right there. Oh yeah, stars in this one too. Pink dot right there, right side. Oh, yeah, star right there. Star in this one. Star in that one too. Actually, star in the next 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3, all had them. And then looking carefully. Oh, this one is the Star of David. That's an important symbol in the Jewish faith, Star of David. And then right now, make sure your cap is snapped. Put that color away. And then please get out your brown marker. And this time we're going to look for a shape, a different shape. And that is a crescent. This is a common shape that you will see in flags from the continent of Asia. In the Christian faith, a cross is a significant symbol that represents Christian faith, and a crescent is a symbol that is important and significant in the Muslim faith. Many flags have a crescent on them to represent the Muslim faith. And just like there is a red cross, which helps people in different countries, it's an organization. There's also an organization called the Red Crescent that helps people. Right now, we're going to put a dot above any flags that we find with this crescent shape. Okay, right, Malaysia. That has a crescent. And then the Maldives. Crescent, dot above. Oh, Pakistan. And Singapore as well. Singapore had stars and a crescent. And then Turkmenistan. Oh yeah, and Uzbekistan has a crescent. Turkey. Oh, and Azerbaijan. Those were the countries of the crescent. The countries with the stars in them, China had stars in their flag, Pakistan, stars in their flag, Singapore, and North Korea, Vietnam, Syria, Turkey, and Israel. And then, as I said before, these two flags from Iraq and Saudi Arabia, those have Arabic printing on them. That's unique. These are the flags that we were looking at right here, noticing similarities. And then we wrote these sentences. Read them with me again. I can see flags of Asia. Can you see the shapes? And then we're going to move on now to this page. Looking carefully at this image. This picture shows a significant and historic structure in the country of China on the continent of Asia. This is called the Great Wall of China. It is very old, and people come to visit it from around the world. It is a very significant and ancient structure in the country of China. Right now, let's begin our word work on this page. This sentence says, read it with me. This is part of Great Wall of China. This is part of, think of what word goes right there? Right, the. This is part of the or the Great Wall of China. Write that word right now. Pencil. This is part of the Great Wall of China. And then purple punctuation right there at the end of the sentence. It, old wall, Asia. Oh, okay, right here. There's a printing mistake here. Wall only has 2 L's. Let's count how many L's in this wall right now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Okay, 1 too many. Please put an X on one of the L's. So now there's just 2 L's. That's accurate book spelling. And then let's try this sentence again. It, old wall, Asia. Kindergarten words. Right. It is, and then be careful here, it is an old wall. Right. It is an old wall in Asia. People to visit people, right, like to visit it. To visit it. Then purple punctuation at the end of that sentence, and then do the kindergarten word part, underlining kindergarten words. This is part of the Great Wall of China. It is an old wall in Asia. People like to visit it. And then let's read this page one time together. This is part of the Great Wall of China. It is an old wall in Asia. People like to visit it. Okay, thank you for starting this work, looking at maps of Asia and an important structure in Asia, the Great Wall of China, and then structures on the cover. This begins our trip to Asia. Thanks for coming back. And I'd like to show you also in the next video some artifacts that Mr. Gallagher has collected and that I have collected from the continent of Asia. Thanks for coming.